Hello and welcome everyone to Cosmic Starseed Academy for the Pleiadian Sunday School with myself, Soma Arah, Dennis Mulcahy, Christy Clark, Julia Ankerhaven, and this evening we also have Kira Lester, who's in the UK. And so Christy Clark is in Ireland, Julia Ankerhaven is in the UK, and myself and Dennis are also in Ireland. And today's date is the 17th of August 2025, and it is 8:10 p.m. here in Ireland. A few updates. The Zoom meetings are normally at 7 p.m. Irish time, but I've had quite a bit of trouble with my Zoom technology. So last night and this evening, we started at 8 p.m. So forgive me, I need to sort out my Zoom times. For some reason, they're showing it up as 8 p.m. I'm starting to teach more and have different events coming up. So if you'd like to check those out, they're on my website, somaarah.love, and they are also on skool.com, skool.com. And you can also come and subscribe to my Substack to see all about me and my work and what I've got going on if you want to, and that's free. And Dennis, would you begin by doing the prayers?
Yes. Hello. I will begin with sharing a prayer I've received called the Law of One prayer. This is a short prayer or mantra, and I will say it and then repeat it 2 more times after. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks that this is done. It is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks this is done. It is so. We are all one. When one is harmed, all are harmed. When one is helped, all are helped. Therefore, in the name of who I am, and I am one with all there is, I ask for the greatest good of all here concerned. I give thanks this is done. It is so. And I'll share an I am mantra. Say it 3 times. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis, for doing the prayers. Christy, over to you. Do I need to do any buttons or anything?
I don't think so.
So, Christy, would you explain for the audience listening in the future what we're seeing on the screen?
Yeah, well, this one I didn't want to show, but there's another being here that I'm just trying to get back to my main page. Stop sharing. So let me see. I'm gonna put on my camera. So there's a being that appeared in my garden recently, and this is him here.
Wow.
It's a man. Sorry, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, well, there's a few beings here, but the main being you're looking at is the one right at the center there. Yeah, so yeah, this being I photographed in the garden where I live recently, and I'm not too sure who he is, but there's different energies around him, as you can see. So what happens with this particular image, I found when I captured it, I was watching it for a few days, like in my meditations and that, and I found that the image was actually communicating with me telepathically, like, you know, which was quite interesting. So the reason I'm saying that is if you are drawn to the image, yes, you will feel the frequency and vibration coming towards you.
Yeah.
There's some beings in the background, but I'm just zooming out there so you get the benefit of what you're looking at.
It actually looks like he's got some type of suit on, and I don't know if sometimes I don't even know if I'm seeing stuff psychically or not, but I'm seeing like a suit or yeah, I do. I see a suit.
Yeah, well, everyone that has seen the image, I've showed the image a few times to different people, and they are all coming back with different opinions of what they see and what they feel like, you know. So, but I just thought it was an interesting photograph. Excuse me. I didn't see anything when I took this photograph.
Well, there's lots of other beings around him.
Yeah. Yes, Judy, there's a few there. Yeah, he is not on his own.
And I somehow feel that being presents itself with in its beingness of many different incarnations. So its face is able to present different forms because of its history or its beingness.
Yeah. Yes, Dennis, thank you. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Dennis. A lot of the images and beings that are coming forward to us have had experiences with us in previous lifetimes and previous incarnations. So they're aware we are here on Earth, and they are coming forward to us to support us, to allow us to understand really what is happening at this time in different contexts, of course, like.
It is so can you tell us what you know about this image and the people in it?
Well, to be honest with you, Soma, not a lot. Like, there's a lot of images coming forward to me, a lot of beings coming forward, and they're allowing me to capture them for various reasons. One is they have a connection to me, either in this lifetime or in previous lifetimes. There's also loved ones coming forward, family members that are coming through that have passed over, and they're allowing me to capture them. And so there's quite a few, and I say that because I've asked this question to Rentouris on numerous occasions. Can you give me some support regarding the beings that are coming forward. And he has just basically said that a lot of the beings coming forward are connected to us, to me, in various ways. And they're coming forward to support again, and to allow us to, allow me to understand really not just what our mission is on the planet at this time, but really that they are quite excited that we are actually here getting the opportunity to experience what we've been discussing over the last few weeks, which again is a rise in vibration and frequency on the planet. Some people call it ascension. That's down to each individual, I feel, on a personal level. So yeah, so there's a lot of images. I'll show another one if these are okay. I'll move on from this one and
Yeah.
show another one that I captured recently.
Can I just say something about that previous image? That feels to me very galactic, and that these are the beings in that image are, to me it feels, and I know, and I agree with what Dennis was saying just now as well, but and I want to add that they feel very galactic to me. They feel like star beings. Oh, what are we looking at, Christy?
Well, I'm going to let you focus on the image yourself, and anybody else that's looking at it, and see what you see and what you feel. There's a being there looking directly at you, and
Maybe we could go around the group and it'd be interesting to see what other people see.
yeah, I don't mind other people sharing what they see, Soma, but there's a being there coming forward. You can see the outline of his face, and quite clearly looking at you directly. Again, this being that I captured, I wasn't aware when I took the photograph. I took the photograph into nothing, and this being came forward, like, you know. So, and normally that is how it works, like, you know. So it looks like a young being to me, to be honest with you. And anybody that has been part of the hybrid program on Earth will understand what I'm saying. If their DNA has been or is being used in the hybrid program, for me, yeah, there's some hybrid children that are coming forward at this time to meet me in this way. I don't mean on the physical level, but they will come forward and they will share themselves, and they will then communicate with you, either in your meditations or your quiet time. They will come back into your awareness, and they will allow you to sense or feel the message, like, and so this is just again another image that I took recently, and
I feel that is also young and female, and also I would consider that, unlike the image we saw before, which has had many incarnations and many incarnations on Earth, I don't need that.
Okay.
This being, this entity, this spirit, I believe, hasn't had any Earth incarnations. So there is a bit of other worldliness there, and I don't get that very human presentation about it.
yeah.
It's a bit similar to a luminescent being that came in for me recently, the one that kind of overlaid itself on my body, but it's the image behind, it's that spirit behind that's drawing my attention. There could be three spirits there actually, but
Yeah.
the one behind is like saying, no, what are you doing? So that look on its face.
Yeah, there's one, there's a few beings here. Yeah, there's one just over this face. He's on,
Yeah,
he's on my left side here, just over the left side of this being's head. You can see his eyes, and he's popping over, having a look
yeah.
as
Do
to
you,
what's going on.
do you think that it could be one of your hybrid children then? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I took this photograph a few weeks ago, and I haven't given it much attention, to be honest with you. It's here and it wants to be seen, and it wanted me to photograph it. So it came into my awareness. And as I said, I didn't see the image at all. I just took the photograph into nothing, and this being appeared. So obviously there's some connection and there's something happening between the two of us, like maybe on a different level.
It actually changes a bit as you look at it, I think, doesn't it?
Mm, mm, mm.
And what do you see, Kira?
Well, I can see what looks like a young being in the front part of the photo. Um, like you say, definitely perhaps alien, human, hybrid. And I can also see the one on the left, like as Christy said, looking over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the child in the center, and then
Mm,
above that, I see another being, and then to the left of that, I see another being, and then to the right, I see another being. So I see four, but I do get a sense that there are a group of beings or more beings behind those people or beings that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
it's
Mm.
very, very clear, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
much clearer than you would normally get because I went to a place called
I'm
Braunston
sorry. I'm sorry.
Park a couple of
I'm
years ago and
sorry.
took some
I
photos.
sorry. I'm also seeing another um uh, there. You can't see where I'm pointing to, but to the as you're looking at the screen, to the right of where around about the mouth, I'm seeing another small face coming out at me, and also another one um to the right. I'm sorry for interrupting, Kira. Go ahead.
That's right. No, I say I was taking some photos in Braunston Park. I think it was 31st of October a few years ago. It was a glorious day. It was like 20, 21 degrees and beautiful scenery. And then afterwards, when I processed the film, I noticed that there were orbs and really quite distinct. In fact, one in particular, you could see a man, you could see the sphere of light and then a centerpiece, and you could see a man's face. It actually looked like Saint Germain or something like that, really strong.
Beautiful.
But you see, you don't normally get orbs that clear,
Yeah. Beautiful.
but then it was a very high energy day, so
Mm. Yeah. I find that myself. They'll come in through the central sun. Like if I'm drawn to the camera and the weather's nice anyway, nice, yeah, you're always guaranteed to catch an orb or a being. That's what I find myself. Will I show another one, folks?
Please.
Okay. Mm. Um,
So while you're looking, Christy, I just want to share with everyone that Christy has hundreds, if not thousands, of images like this where he just takes pictures into nothingness or into spaces. And he always seems to capture a lot of stuff, a lot of images. So, and that is because I believe
wow.
he's very connected because he's a channeler like myself, and Dennis, and he captures the images of beings that are around him. Sorry, Christy, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Soma. Yeah, this is just another image that I took. I have this image a while, and again, similar to the last photographs. Didn't see the image when I took the photograph. I was drawn to the camera, and these beings were where I live, like very close to my garden, and they appeared in the camera.
The two photographs.
Sorry, Dennis?
It's a bit like a brooch with two photographs.
Yeah, two of them appeared together actually. So it's interesting they came forward together to allow me to connect.
I see three. So when you're looking at it head on, you can see two. But if you tilt your head a bit to the left at an angle, there's actually four in total. So I see two other images. But then when you put your head straight on, you see two. But then when you put it at an angle, there's another two that are different. Oh, and then there's another one. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I see. Anyway, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting. And
No,
then
you're fine.
And then actually there's a behind that, if you look up close, it just kind of pulled me in there or jumped out at me. If you look up close, what I'm seeing is all the little black circles are actually look like eyes, and I can start to see like faces.
I feel like there's two light beings surrounded by darker beings. Yeah. But they also look like they could be wearing some kind of suit.
Yeah. So I'll show maybe a family member who has come across recently, if that's okay, and we can hand it back to Soma then. But I'll just
Okay.
I'll see, can I pick one up of my sister say that recently passed. Okay, this one just came up, so I'm drawn to this one. It's not a family member, but I'm going to show this one.
That's nice. That's very nice. I see a face in the center with two eyes and kind of short hair. It looks a bit like a child or a young person.
It's like they've used a violet flame portal. I love it.
And then if you look underneath the image, I can see a face quite clearly. Can you see that, Dennis? The 1, 2 eyes, a nose, and the mouth that's actually smiling. Just kind of, the mouth is just above the captions right now, or behind the captions now, on my screen anyway. But can you see that face?
I can,
Yeah.
but I don't put any significance on that.
Okay.
I think I see a man wearing sunglasses. Is that just me?
No, I think Soma's possibly seen that too. But I think that central image is very strong and significant, and it seems young.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that it's blue and white is the colour of the soul as it's birthed. Every soul is birthed as a blue and white egg shape, because the blue is the blueprint, the soul print, and the white is the actual essence of source.
Um, I'm not
Purple.
with you, but I do see purple. I
Yeah.
think you're right, Kira, but I do see purple
Oh yeah.
more than
Yeah,
blue.
I do, just round the edge of the white, yeah.
I will find one more.
These are amazing, Christy. They're so good.
Thank you. Yeah, find one more, and um, yeah.
And what are we looking at here, Christy?
Well, I can see a face. I'm not sure if anybody else can. There's a few energies here, but the main being is right in the center. And I'm not sure if it's humanoid or if it's human.
I think what I'm seeing is technology in the center, but on the outside there's somebody holding onto the technology. More than one person. Does anyone else see that?
What I'm seeing is actually quite strange. So but I won't say until afterwards because I want to see if anyone else picks up on it. But yeah.
Does anyone else see that person on the left-hand side?
I see a lot of things, but I won't say till afterwards.
Yeah, I kind of get that image of two people somehow presenting an orb or a light. Or...
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to this image. I'm seeing a lot of stuff, and both Julia and Dennis have picked up on some of the stuff I've been seeing. But I anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Kira, did you want to share what you're seeing?
Yeah, all I can see looks like a piece of tech. Someone is showing you a piece of technology.
Yeah. Can I just say what I'm seeing now? So I'm seeing different things and it feels really important. So in the center, I wish you could see where I'm pointing, but in the center of the light, I'm seeing a hand on the top left and a hand on the top right, or even a hand at the bottom right as you're looking directly on. And the white color with the purple outline looks like some kind of technology that this being wants to show. And I'm seeing the being's head above, and I'm seeing legs at the bottom, and it looks like they're actually in a spacesuit with a helmet, and you've got like a visor, which is the white light at there, and they're trying to show us some technology. But if you look, if you move yourself away from the screen, I'm then seeing a larger being on that is kind of stood behind this smaller, and that's not to say he's small because he's kind of average size, but there's a larger being behind him who his head is at the very top of the screen, and then his arms are coming down, and then he's got two legs here. It looks like a generational thing, because I know that beings were very tall in our true history. We had beings that were very tall. So, but I've even a sense of the one behind wearing a spacesuit as well. But this feels like it's a lot to do with technology and wanting, and them trying to bring in the awareness of that they had technology that they was brought to Earth. And there's also other I'm starting to see other images at the bottom, like kind of vehicles as well. It feels like these beings have come from different planets or star systems to bring us information. And I particularly or they are particularly connected to Christy Clark and wanting to bring this information through him, probably in a channeling, or if they haven't done that already, there's messages that they want to bring forth, Christy, about technology, and I guess vehicles would be part of that. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the photograph, but I'm drawn to it being around 4 or 5 o'clock on the right hand side, and it's a slightly different color, and it's like he's peeping out of the image that we're looking at.
Oh yeah.
And I've been focusing on this piece of the photograph for the last few minutes as people were speaking. And it only has come to me now. When I took this photograph, as I said, I was more focused on the being right in the center. But I'm watching another being here on the right-hand side around 4 or 5 o'clock that's looking out
I see that.
at you as well. Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
Dennis sees it as well.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, interesting.
So there is a being in the center that I can see now, which I didn't notice before.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, its forehead has got stuff on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a blue being, maybe.
So there's the large central orb of light, which there's something being presented in that. And then above it, there are two smaller orbs, and I feel they're not so much part of this presentation. I think they are smaller because they're more distant, and likely it shows that there is more coming or more to be revealed, but they're not part of the presentation, and so they don't have definition, and they're smaller.
Okay.
So if you go to say 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'm seeing a smaller being with the arm and then the head, and then you see that?
Yeah.
And then here I'm seeing that this being is 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock. These two, this is a being here, but this to me looks like a stream of light or information coming in that is so at 1 o'clock there's like a beam of light that's coming, or technology or information that's coming in, that is information coming in, like streams of information of a higher frequency that is connected to the main image that is technology. Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah, I see that flow, but it's not my interpretation of it.
okay. What's yours?
Well, this is something in the center which is quite powerful. It's got an energy, it's got a message, it's got force in it. And so it's hard for me to interpret that line as something which is strengthening it, because the light and the energy is there in the middle.
Okay.
It's quite beautiful as well. So it's what we see regarding technology. I think there's yeah, there's a beautiful energy coming off it, and there's more than one energy presenting itself. There's a lot going on, as we've noticed. But I'll show. I'll show. These are just orbs that I took a photograph of. I leave it with this. These are just.
Wow.
Wow.
Party
So,
time.
yeah. So there's a lot going on in this photograph, and if I zoom in, you will see there's a lot of beings there coming to us.
That's a lot of beings.
Yeah.
And if you zoom out, it looks like, not that you need to, but if you look, yeah, it looks like angel wings, like one
Yeah.
and then two, yeah, at the
Mm.
top.
Yeah.
You see that?
Mm.
It's amazing how these beings are showing up on your camera when you take the images.
Yeah.
Because I know that most of the time you're not looking at anything in particular, you're just taking images with a sense of knowing that they are around you.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It just feels more elemental for me. I'm not sure what I'm seeing.
What do you see? Kira, what do you see?
I don't know really. It's quite impressive, all those beings, isn't it?
It's very impressive, yeah. I've seen other images of Christie's that are just as impressive. He's got hundreds of them.
Mm. Yeah, I've taken a few photographs down through the years, and just the technology, the camera, is it's just an ordinary phone
It is
camera.
an abundance of beingnesses, and it is benevolent.
Mm. Yeah.
I'll make you more coffee in a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
So Christy Clark is available for channelings. Should anyone listening wish to have a session with Christy?
Thank you, Soma.
Julia also does sessions, and Dennis and myself, and I'm not sure if Kira does, but I think
Kira does, and she's got
Yeah.
amazing sessions from just £20 called The Inner Temple, which I've booked in. So I'll see you tomorrow, Kira.
Hi, Julie.
we're still recording.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's this movement is
That's great, Kira. What does a person get? What service do they get for their measly 20 quid?
Well, actually, yeah. Well, you see, I've only recently reduced the price, actually, Dennis, because I was trying to go totally free, if you like. I don't like the way the world system runs. I don't like the way people are charged. I don't like to profit from people's misery and
20
suffering.
quid is a very nominal amount of money for anything.
Yeah, well,
Um,
so I mean, my sessions, that session was probably half price. Now it was about 30, £40. But basically, the inner temple is where I check out people's templates. So, for instance, if someone says, well, like today, I've done a reading today. If someone has, say, a violent stomach ache or headache, then I check their energy field first, and then I do an inner temple check to find out what templates are associated with that. And from that, you can establish exactly where it's coming from. And you'd be surprised that the majority of things at the moment are not coming from this timeline. They're coming from another timeline altogether. So I always find I have to clear the karmic template to free the condition.
I think I might be booking in myself with you, Kira.
Because you see, what's actually happening, Soma, is that because we are merging into oneness and all our aspects are merging, and they're clearing just like we are. So we are, because we're part of the same oversoul, and I said oversoul because I know you don't like the name higher self. Oh, my
you
picture's
know
gone.
what?
Someone's cut me off, devil. Am I back?
You're back, darling.
All right. Oh dear, somebody doesn't like what I'm saying. Never mind. Anyway, I'll carry on.
I like what you're saying. So
Because we are,
I
because
just want to address what you were saying, that how did, because you're right. I don't like the phrase or the term
myself.
higher
Yeah.
self, but how did you know that? Did you listen to one of my previous?
I've probably heard you say it,
Yeah.
Soma. Yeah. But I understand where you're coming from on that. But oversoul, I mean, it's the same thing, other aspects. So they're filtering their issues through us because we're all connected. So we end up clearing their issues as we're moving up vibrationally into a different frequency. It's inevitable. We can't avoid it, really,
Yeah.
because we're all part of the same oversoul.
Problem with the phrase higher self is it communicates an idea or an image that our true self, that we have to reach for it, that we have to go on tippy toes, that we have to do some kind of jumping, whereas, and then that wording presents that it is some way separate. There is a space, there is a distance between us and our essence. That is an issue with it, where it is more helpful to understand it as one's essence as being an inner self. So there is no reaching for it. that it is immediately available to us in this time and in this space.
In the now.
Yeah.
In the present
yeah.
moment. I like that, Dennis. Well said. Well said.
Yes, I agree. We have to open the door to it, though, don't we, so that we get the connection. I mean, we're already connected, but from a 3D perspective, and depending on our level of consciousness, then we can actually not be in full connection or in full flow of that knowledge and that wisdom.
That sounds really good, Kira, because the more I open up to my different alters and aspects, the more I realise how it's impacted my oversoul, and it's all rippling through. So that does sound perfect for me. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, since I was 6 years old, I did term it higher self because I didn't know any other term. But I've actually been able to hear the voice from that other self, from that realm. And I had an amazing experience, which has stayed with me ever since, where I was sitting on a garden path and I was very attuned to nature and I saw this moth. Now, I think this experience was obviously orchestrated by spirit, but I saw this moth and I reached forward to stroke it. And instantly my finger touched it, it disintegrated into ash and blew away. And instantly a loud voice boomed like at the top of my head, "We are not like that, we are great." And from that moment, I knew without doubt that we are great beings. And don't ever let anybody tell you any different.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I had a very similar experience when I was younger, and I was on my way to my friend's dad, who was Italian, and when I got there, they were out, and they lived in a block of flats in Hackney where we lived, that was about 10 minutes away. There was tower blocks. I think there was 5 or 6 of them, maybe 7. And they were so bad that they were blown up in the end. But anyway, and they used to sway in the wind, which was very scary sometimes because it was 20 floors of a high block concrete thing, that was not very well built at all. And they were so bad they were blown up in the end. But anyway, I was on my way to my friends and they were out. So instead, I was playing in their tower block in Hackney in London, in the East End. And I was in a different, well, I was very connected as a child. And I wrote about this story in my book, The Pleiadian Child, which is on Amazon by Carol Ann Noonan, which is my birth name. But anyway, I was playing on the stairs one day, because they were out, and this man showed up, and I don't know what era he was from, but he was very friendly, and he was very had a beautiful energy, and was not in modern day clothes. I think in my book I describe his clothes, but he gave me these coins, and he was quite tall, and he gave me these coins, and they looked ancient. They were very old coins. They were not modern day coins at all. And I was delighted with this, because we were very poor, and I was very underfed. So I thought that these coins were so old that they must have been worth money. So I was delighted that he'd given me these because it meant we had food. And it meant I could eat. So I took them. I was on my way back from that tower block. And I was playing in the stairwell, which was like 20 stories, 20 floors. And then I was on the way back to my home, and on the way, someone pushed me, but it was not of this 3D reality. It was no human being was there. I believe it was a spirit that had pushed me. And I explain it in my book in much more detail, because when I wrote it at the time, I'd gone back to that memory of where I was pushed, and they were talking to me at the time, and they said, because they turned the coins into modern day coins, and I dropped the coins, and when I picked them up, they were modern day coins. There was 20 pences, which we had in the UK at the time. And they said that we could not allow you to do that because it would have, it just wasn't allowed. It wasn't allowed. So when I picked the coins up, they were modern day coins. So that's kind of a similar experience. I just wanted to share that.
Have gone all together.
No, we can hear you, Kira. You're in and out. Your camera's in and out all the
Yeah, I
time.
know. Actually, it's a miracle that I'm here at all because my laptop is telling me that I'm not on the internet. In fact, it's been telling me since the beginning of the meeting that I'm on Ethernet, which I'm not.
Well, I
So
tell you what's
is it
happening. I tell you what's happening, Kira. Whoever's messing is on Ethernet or Ethernet, whatever it's saying that you're on, that you're not on. Whoever's messing with the technology, which is a physical person, and I'm very well aware of that, and it is a man, and they're on that system that is showing you as being on that system.
Well, if it wasn't for the Ethernet, I wouldn't actually be on because when I signed into Zoom, as soon as I registered to join this meeting, it instantly my laptop said it can't connect to the internet, even though the internet was on, the Wi-Fi was on. It's been on all day. It's on
Okay,
now. But then
please.
suddenly it
Yeah.
went to, and I said, I just put out the thought that I'm not accepting this. I will get on. And then instantly the symbol of the Ethernet came up and I was on. And it's been on ever
Please,
since.
please excuse my language. But
Relax.
okay, okay, all right.
Your audio is great, so it's all cool.
Right. I'm just going to leave you for a second. I've got to get my animals in, my monkeys. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, would anyone else like to share anything? Or do you guys want to call it an evening? Because I'm
Thanks
going to
so
go and
much,
make
Soma.
Dennis a lovely meal.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm okay if we finish. I've got another meeting soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to wait till Kira comes back, or do you want to end it now?
Oh yes, no,
So
let's wait till Kira comes back, because otherwise that would be rude.
She's bringing her cat.
Yeah.
Well, we can end the recording and just stay on. Yeah.
Yes, let's do that. Good thinking, Mrs. Anchorhaven.